Or did you
No.
have an extra stop in there?
Well, I was on. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I first of all, guys, I want to apologize. So we are back up live. Of course, my stream died with quite literally two or like five to like two to go. It was like right at the end of the race. So we're getting back in order to do podium celebrations and interviews because we have a very interesting race on our hands. So or a race that we need to talk about. So yes, I apologize, and I could tell my starting to get all pixelated. Oh no! And then I got the poor connection quality, broadcasting mic, and I'm just like, it's about to die. And then like, it died like 2 seconds later. I'm just like, oh great. We have currently two. Or I guess first and second right now up in our booth. But before I do that, we should always go into my little tradition that I have. That we have Wildcard Coyote, who we were talking about was the leading two-stop number here, and then we also have Xander, who I will get to my own line of questioning there to begin with. But originally he was on a three-stop, and then kind of molded into a two-stop, which is Tomboy P3, US Trek P4, Hamilton P5. So that was our two stoppers, 1 through 5, and I'm very interested to see because this race was won by a three stopper last season. So it's hard to see how this is gonna shake on out in terms of forward planning. Elite P6, Cyber P7, UK P8, Sauce P9. Mike, I think, was also on that original three stop into a two stop. He finished P10. Bassfuck P11, Chris P12. So a little bit of a points gain for Bass, who was P2 entering this race, and Chris finishing P12. I mean, could have been worse. Shaq at P13, Terrell P14, Tuck P15, Monster 16, Keith 17, Liv Morgan fan 18th, Hellcat P19, Heron P20, and then we have Brian SP and Tay with Sauce 21 and 22. So now that we have our podium up in here, I want to ask guys, congrats first of all, and again I wanted to apologize just one more time on the a bit of a mix-up right here. I had to get you guys back in, restart the stream in order to get the podium interviews. But let's talk about it, starting with our P3 finisher here. So we have a Tomboy. Now, this is not your first podium, not by a long shot here at Sportsman. In fact, you actually wanted to come on down in order to get more podiums, and it took you 6 races, but you're back.
Yeah, I think it's my second career podium, so you're close.
Well, no, I said, oh, no, so first for the season. So, did I not say that? I'm sorry, but first for the season.
First for the season, second career, I think. I don't know. It's hard to keep count when I get so few of them. Yeah, good race. I think it's the first top 5 of the season for Purple and White Racing. Kobe, wish you were here, but woo, go our team. Yeah, tire wear was obviously king for the whole race. I was watching the tire indicators from literally the first lap. Don't know how Coyote and Xander did it, but they did it. And yeah, I really thought that race between me and Trek for 3rd and 4th was going to be for the win. So, you know, he threw the blocks and I threw the blocks, and sorry, Trek, love you, bud. But yeah, I'd also been tightening my truck the whole race because my right rear tire wear was ridiculous. So by the time I finally got to racing at the end, I didn't expect it to be as, you know, messy into the corner as it was. So, yeah, that was my bad, and, you know, hopefully Trek knows that now. But yeah, great race for the team, and excited to hopefully have more of those.
Well, and that was you actually answered my question already before it even happened. So
Cool.
We have a couple people that were kind of jumping ship from the 3-stop to the 2-stop. Xander was partially one of them, and Mike, I think, was for sure on original 3-stop, and then saved the rest of the way in order to make it on one more. Obviously, he trickled down to finish P10. Meanwhile, here you are on the podium. Now, obviously, going into this race, you were in this race last season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but were you on a 3-stop last season?
I think I was 3-stop Charlotte last season, and then once I realized how tire wear was in some of these mile-and-a-halfers, I did a 2-stop for Atlanta. So and took that to a second place finish. So yeah, I mean, it's one of the nice things about kind of being a comeback guy in Sportsman is you've kind of seen the strategies in some of the old races, and you can kind of, play to that a little bit. Learn from old mistakes and do it differently the second go around.
Well, excellent job here, all around, Tomboy. Like I said, well, like you said, I should say. I never said anything. You get so few of these things, but it's always a treat to have you on the podium. Such an energetic personality.
Oh, thank you. Hopefully I can get a couple more podiums in a custom cup. I'm kicking the door down over there, trying for them.
Hey, yeah, you have been a contender over there in Iowa this week. It should be fun.
Yeah, I've been a consistent fourth place finisher. Let's get one spot better in those.
There we go. And with that, we're going to move on to P2. So congrats, Tomboy. P2 or P3. Now we move on to P2, and that was. I guess I'll go to. I guess I'll go to Haley Deegan, I guess, technically, because she's now the number one. Sure. But Xander, you before we went live, I actually asked you if you kind of adapted it into a two-stop, and you said kinda. Explain what you meant.
Yeah, I went into the race starting I think 22nd. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to try and make my way through the field, and, used up a little bit of tire, but once I made it to about 9th, and it was about, lap 9, I was like, okay, maybe I should start saving a little bit, and I was able to save it till about lap, 19, and I was like, I think I can make this work, and so I didn't push it too much, and I went to about 26 to go, and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to save 2 laps if I want to do this, but I think this is the right decision. So I ended up just mega saving and made it just barely.
Making it just barely is still making it, and I was very surprised because I did. While I was struggling in order to get the stream back up, I was noticing that you did not pit. I'm just like, oh, that's curious. I didn't quite know how that was kind of shaking on out, but ultimately, and then you sent me your full results, and I was like, oh, he finished P2. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess he did it. This has been your first start for the Sportsman side of things. Of course, all Cup regulars get up to 5, and with now 6 races left in the season, you have 4 more. We have the Roval in 2 weeks because next week is Labor Day. I think you're planning on going to that one, yes?
Of course. Yeah, I sent you a list of what I thought I should be running, and just to not only to have fun, it's also to just try and get better. You can never truly get worse at this game. So yeah, I want to do races that I think are fun and races that I think I can get better at. Like Charlotte, I did because I just hate this place. I just cannot stand Charlotte, and I don't really finish well there very often, and so to finish second, I finished second there to Cyber. So the Charlotte Roval, though, I love, so I'm excited for that one. But the truck was fast today. I was really excited with it, and it's unfortunate that Brandon finished a little higher for his point situation, but he definitely had a fast truck too, so very proud of both of us. It was as fast as 16.
Oh, yeah, to get that in there. But with that though, we move on to the Charlotte Roval, and I know that Bass has had Pacer. He has won in other leagues there before, so he can definitely go get it done. Lil Chris as well is also very strong there, so we're looking at a Titan battle going into the rest of the season. We're now halfway, and
love to see it.
See who's going to be the one on top. So Xander, congrats, P2, and now we move on to I guess Front Row Joe for this. Now, Wildcard, this is the second time we've enjoyed you up here into the booth. Congrats. Unfortunately, you were the only one for BMM to show up for this race.
That is true. Yeah, flying solo tonight. Glad we could get a dub.
Well, let us know how you did, because I guess that's been the question. How you did it in terms of maintaining pace, but also saving. I'm not asking you to spill your secrets, but did you know going into it that it was going to be like that?
I did. I ran some practice. I seen how the tire wear was, and in the beginning, I wasn't sure what my strategy should be. I wasn't sure if to go 2-stop or 3-stop, but it seemed even in the beginning, starting on the front row, like Elite was kind of backing off, and I thought other people go for the 3-stop. So I ended up just falling back to like 12th. And then I would run hard for about 6 laps and then just save the rest of the run every time. Seemed to work for me. I ended with maybe like 5 or 4%. I was able to run like 2 extra laps the first run. I think that was key. But it's a weird way to win. I can't say I love it. I felt like the tortoise out there. You just get passed by trucks all the time. But I guess I'll take it any way I can get it. Beat my meat motorsports. Gets their second win.
Well, yes, second win, and you're actually the driver to win both of them. First one came at Dover. The second one came here, obviously. So, Wildcard, you are definitely now firmly in the top 10 in points, and of course that can elevate you to the Cup Series, or I guess Lights, and then potentially Cup Series after. So, definitely, as we go into the final part of the season, I mean, what are your goals now? Final half, I mean, 6 more races left.
Yeah, I think realistically, maybe just like a top 5 points. If I could crack another win, that'd be great. I don't think I have a shot at the championship, but top 5 is in reach. That's where we'll shoot for, I guess.
Well, I guess there we go. Excellent job, guys. First of all, that's what I want to say, because it's not easy to save tires. I can't do that. I cannot do that. So definitely, I would have been on that 3-stop, and I would have been just probably finishing like P7, 8, something like that. But no, definitely, you guys did the most tire saving that I've seen in quite some time, and with that, all of you guys deserve a podium. So congrats, guys. Any final thoughts before we close on out for the night?
Thank you for putting on a great show. Thank you for everything you do, Patton. Do a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I guess we're going to close on out for the night. Congrats, Coyote, second win of the season. Xander, first Sportsman podium of the season. And also Tomboy getting the first of the season, but second of his career. Definitely a good way to break that mold. You were 10th place in points for the longest time, and now you're finally breaking that. So, excellent work. But yeah, we're going to close on now, and with that, we're going to have Challenger tomorrow. Final race of the season. 4 will enter, 1 will be crowned the champion. Homestead. We actually have one of those guys up in here, so Xander, we'll see what you can do tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.